again,
Um,
so again, Luke, I just feel is low key. I feel Luke's intentions, as in obviously he loves June. He fought for June. He waited for June, and this is also something that comes out in episode 3 a lot. When June reunites with Nick. Again, the relationship, even the dynamic between June and Nick is complicated because you can really tell that June loves Nick, and I almost feel like if it wasn't because she felt so um uh, like she owes Luke so much, and because she loves Hannah and like wants to bring that family back, I just feel like she dropped Luke like a hot potato and just like go like straight to Nick and like have that family life with. It's a really complex dynamic, but she's also using Nick to
yes.
save. Luke is also disappointed by June, especially when he finds out that she saved Serena, which also makes me angry because I'm like, why do you keep giving her chances? But at the same time, I also understand that Serena is a bigger part of the reason why Nichole is alive. So it's kind of maybe, I don't know. I just, the relationship there is just so problematic. I can't understand. Like, do get Luke. Like, Loki wanted her to just leave Serena, get gobbled up zombie style by those angry mothers, and like just let her be in the train, let her get attacked. She deserves it. But at the same time, I just feel like, does she? I don't know. I need your thoughts.
Yeah, I think June, the moment that June loses her humanity and like sees the good in other people, she thinks that Gilead would have won. So I think
Hmm.
she's always trying to be the bigger person in the sense that she doesn't trust Serena, she doesn't like Serena, but she also doesn't want Serena to be killed by a bunch of people on a train,
But is
because
it is it because she just really wants to believe? I think, but she also like she is really committed to believing that Serena is a better person, that she is. And I also think she kind of, because she's given her so many chances and she's like been so cutthroat, pun intended, I guess, with other characters throughout the seasons, that she doesn't want to be proven wrong, almost as though she keeps giving her chances because she wants to really believe that she's all done this for a reason. Like she's let her live for a reason. It's
yes,
not because
I
she's
also
like,
think adding to that, I also think there's the layer of her being a mother now. So
yeah.
of Serena having baby Noah that June delivered herself.
Hmm.
I think that's another layer of if
Yeah.
I kill Serena, Noah ends up with no mother.
Uh-huh.
Or if I
Totally.
let them,
And she also feels
so I
responsible for it.
exactly. So I think there's like a lot of different layers. Again, everything
Hmm.
that is said between them, every interaction has all of these kind of layers to them. And I don't even think that June fully understands what her feelings towards Serena are.
No.
Um, which makes
And
for
it's clear,
great
I think.
viewing,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
makes
yeah.
for very kind of nail-biting, exciting viewing,
Yeah.
seeing that relationship unfold. And The Handmaid's Tale has always been the most exciting, as I said before, when June and Serena are going at it.
Hmm.
Like the most kind of exciting The Handmaid's Tale gets for me.
Uh-huh. I mean, obviously, we're assuming that June is like hoping that there's some bargaining chip involved in all this, even when she finds out that Serena is in New Bethlehem, she's been saved, she's alive. But I just feel like obviously she's going to be disappointed. Obviously, she's going to like traitor 101, they're at the round table, and she's gonna betray her like 100%. Like June is not going home with the
Yeah.
money. Like June is the faithful here. Please understand our for all those who do not get the traitors references. You need to watch the traitors, but that's a side note for another day.
Yes, yes. I
No,
think
no.
they're setting up some big, big stuff happening this season. I think so,
Ooh,
as the
and
final
Aunt
season.
Lydia. Let's just like, I mean, again, love her. Truly one of my favorite characters. Was happy to see her back in there. Smack in episode one, no, two. Two.
Or
Right?
three. I think it was three. Three.
My memory is not what
Yes.
it used to be, but anyway. She's again just one of my favorites. She's so complex. But again, I think that okay, this is a bit tricky, but in a world where, again, this is also very reflective of the current situation. There are a lot of problems that are being mirrored in today's, again, political context. There's a lot there. Immigrants, migration, the problems with fertility, and the reality that one day we could, like, I mean, it's an exaggeration. Obviously, the point of this whole dystopian fiction is to kind of, pose fear on, like, let's make sure we're making the right decisions now, not to end up in these situations. But I do think that characters like Serena, again, and Aunt Lydia, kind of will always be, they will always exist in our, social kind of settings. And with Serena, I think that I was rooting for, I almost wanted to believe that she could be better, like she was there, all in, mother for Noah, like threw everything else away. And she's almost like she's abandoned her faith almost, just even though she hasn't abandoned it, but like she's almost like literally she's done with Gilead. But then you realize the moment she's cornered and her life is literally on the line, she just starts hurling out the worst things at these women, justifying the actions of Gilead. And you really see how bad the brainwashing has gone. Like these people, these again, when you are you're a diehard, like fanaticism in general can be the end of any just any nation, any. So again, I think she really represents this. Then again, I also feel like, and she is also just like a puppet, and she knows she's a puppet, but she's happy being that puppet because she wants the limelight. Whereas with Aunt Lydia, I do believe that she's in it for the right reason. She genuinely believes she's making a change, just like June is. But I think in the sense that I think Aunt Lydia is kind of, again, she tries to do the right thing. She does it because she feels like it's what she should be doing. There's no ulterior motive there other than the grander scheme of things. Whereas I don't
Yes.
know, I just feel like, yeah, I
And I
just don't
think
know.
now we're seeing Aunt Lydia realize um that
The
she that
repercussions of,
the
yeah,
repercussions, and also like that Gilead is not what she wanted it to be.
no, totally.
And I think it's going to set up very nicely, obviously, without giving much away, setting up very nicely towards The Testaments, which just started production now, which is the
Yeah,
sequel to The Handmaid's Tale, because obviously that follows Aunt Lydia as one of the lead characters. So it's
okay.
setting it up very, very nicely to go into that for sure. And obviously encapsulated in kind of Janine and
Mm-hmm.
her seeing Janine now in the state that she is.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, I think that is a big, big, big kind of factor to, I think, Lydia's eventual kind of arc I'm expecting in this
Uh-huh.
season.
And I'm hoping that I do hope for this. And again, I'm really just rooting for Aunt Lydia because I just have faith in her. I really think she can take it
Yes,
there.
yes, yes. And I
Also,
think it's also it's a tricky situation because again, when you're watching this show over so many seasons for the audience,
yeah.
it's you have to it has to be really well done for you to forgive certain actions of these characters, for you to
Mm-hmm.
kind of go on that journey. So
Yeah.
it is a progression that has to happen over these next episodes for us to feel any kind of, you know, um
Uh-huh.
any kind of forgiveness towards these characters. And I hope and I have faith that, it's
Um,
going to do it in a way where
yeah.
it's nuanced and interesting.
Uh-huh. And I do think as well that, like, again, in these political contexts, there's always going to be someone like Aunt Lydia who is essentially someone who is in it for the right reasons, who's being used as a pawn.
Yes.
Whereas with Serena, even though they are using her because she is an active player in it. Like she's a game player here. She's not a victim of circumstance. She's actively choosing this path for herself and now imposing it on her son. So like it's a very different dynamic to that the one with Aunt Lydia within the context of Gilead.